Good morning, and welcome to our morning devotion. The very beginning of the Bible, it says that it's not good for man to be alone. Well, honestly, it's not good for women to be alone either. Where two or three are gathered in God's name, He is there amongst us. I really do encourage you to get together with other believers. And sometimes that may not look perfect right now. Right now, as COVID just carries on and goes on for way more time than we anticipated, we tend to become more and more isolated. At the beginning, maybe it was easier to send a text to someone or send them an email and ask how they were doing. Or maybe you have your two or three people that you talk to, but there's so many other people who you don't. I know that the more that COVID has gone on, the more that we have isolated from friends and from our people that we know at church. It gets easier to just be at home. Or does it? Many of us are now working from home. Our kids are homeschooling or kind of a hybrid at school, not at school thing going on. It's hard right now. But I want to encourage you to stay connected. Stay connected to other people who love God. You see, the devil is sneaky. And if he can start to isolate us, if he can get us to separate ourselves more and more from God and from other believers, he has more and more opportunity to discourage us and to help us to feel, or to make us to feel, that we don't belong, that other things are more important, that any of those other lies that he tells us, to try to convince us that we don't belong, that God doesn't love us. But do you know what? You do belong. You do belong to a great big family of God. You belong at St. Paul's. We love you very much there, and we miss you. It is so exciting to see over these last couple of weeks that we've been open, to see people starting to come back. We see their big smiles. We see them excited to meet other people that they haven't seen in a while and to talk with each other in the parking lot. It has been so rewarding to see those people come back. I encourage you to come to a church service. Sign up online. Come and see your brothers and sisters in Christ. Spend that time, even though it's a short amount of time, just talking with each other, encouraging each other. If you absolutely cannot come back at this time because of health reasons, I pray that you will still reach out. When we stay all alone in our own little bubbles at home, it becomes more and more easy to stay in that bubble. It's not a healthy place to stay for a long, extended amount of time. When we're by ourselves, depression is much more likely. We feel anxiety about going out, and oh my goodness, our social skills just tend to go downhill. I've noticed when we get together with just people to talk to at the grocery store or whatever, our social skills are not the same as they were back in February. Ability to carry on a conversation just isn't quite the same as it used to be. We will get better. God has every one of us in the palm of his hand. And as we press in, we make time and space in our lives for each other in ways that maybe we're not comfortable with. Before, maybe it was just seeing each other at church, or going out for coffee, or having people over for a barbecue. And these are things that aren't as easy to do anymore. But things you can do to stay connected to your brothers and sisters in Christ. A phone call, a text, an email. And maybe you have people that you've been doing with all along. But expand your social group. Maybe text somebody or reach out to somebody you haven't talked to before. You don't know who's lonely, and maybe you're the one who's lonely. I hope that through this next couple of weeks that you feel God's presence around you, that you feel his presence, and that you will risk reaching out and talking to someone else and shedding the love of Christ into their life. God bless you.